Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, welcome back to more of Minecraft Hardcore. Apologies for the interruption in episodes. There was meant to be one a few days ago, but as I'm sure you may have heard in other videos on the channel, we were sorting stuff with my PC. But now, I'm not sure if you noticed, things are running a bit smooth. I've decided to cave and finally put Minecraft on my SSD, plus a bunch of other stuff, which is basically just making my PC go insane. So yeah, it's turning to nighttime, isn't it? Okay, we'll go straight back up then. Actually, before we do that, is there anything we can smell? I know, look at me being Mr. Efficient. Oh my god, the chest sound played at the right time. But no, there doesn't seem to be anything. Do we have... You know what? I do want to kind of just have some stuff passively going, so I'm just going to kind of leave you going in there and pop some more charcoal in. Actually, you never know when you may need some more smooth stone. But yeah, we'll sleep and we'll get into this episode. I can't actually remember what we did last episode, if I said I'd do anything in particular. We wrote stuff on the wall. I know one thing I left us on was that we needed to put some more stuff on the wall, come up with a few new ideas, so that's one thing. Yeah, brand new days. We may as well get into business, though. It's been pretty chill. It's quite late in the evening when I'm recording this, but we'll make the best of it. So, with that said, actually, we said there was some stuff on this wall that we could have said about doing this episode, didn't we? So, these, Okay, so melon farm, I know it counts for pumpkin farm as well. Farm decor, beach furniture, house near cows, iron golem farm, monorail, netherite kit, gold farm, end dragon. Melon farm, by and large, sounds really easy to do. And, I mean, given I kind of want to make decent progress with this episode, we may as well. Again, this farm here is just staying for the aesthetic. I mean, I may, in the name of staying sane, I'm going to harvest this just so we've got a lot. And then, what's it called? I may end up deleting this stuff to the left of our house, just because it doesn't look that particularly nice. But, yeah, no, I do want to keep, like, a smallish farm around here. Just helpful to have on hand, you know, in case we don't want to go too far, but we need some stuff. And they'll pop you in there and nab any melon we can. Only 34, but, I mean, given how many melons we've currently got planted now, I think that did account for pumpkins as well. This is just, like, it's a more industrial-sized thing to make the whole emerald situation go a bit quicker. And yeah, we're going to be making that near our main farm. Only other thing we need, we got the water bucket, we can probably make an infinite water source, adapt from there. We just need 2 pieces. Oh, okay, that's not what I was planning for, but sure. Just need this, so we gotta make sure we got enough of those hoes. And it hurts me to do, but we'll do about the same for, can I, we'll get creative with this and just do a bit of that, then that. Okay, it's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah, so I think if we try and plant like 32 of each, I think that'd be pretty good. Of course, we can expand them, what have you. But again, this is just a farm. Main thing I need this for, of course, is increasing emerald production. Because the more emeralds we've got, the more on top of things we are. The main thing I'm thinking is, in terms of enchantments, less so even... Oh yeah, so I need fences here, don't I? Less so even for buying enchantment books directly, but if we're able to get someone that sells us enchanting potions, I'm thinking if we stock up on emeralds and then we buy them from that guy, that can work as a way to get XP on top of everything else. We'll have to think and see. And oh, that's right, we were going for this little square pattern, weren't we? So we didn't decide what was each corner, did we? Or did we? Carrot's been around that corner, so this means that this corner is in fact beetroot. Well, kind of brings the end to the saga. You know, look at us being productive off the bat, though. So I think, yeah, these are all beetroot, and then that single one there is carrot. So, pop, pop. And we'll eat them for good measure. Why not? But that is this sufficiently done. I can leave this happily grown for all eternity now, for all I mind. And it's fine. Game, set, and match. So, main question is, where are we going to build this this melon/pumpkin area? It's just going to be a straight line in which we can harvest them. It's going to be a bit more industrial than stuff we built previously. Like, I'm starting to think here is maybe a decent start. How do we do this then? Let's theorize here. So I'd say this is definitely a grow. So this has to be our first. I don't know. So maybe. I think this is. Bear with me here. I'm working on the assumption that water works the way I think it does. Which, if it does, great. If not, yeah, we'll think of something. But if we were to just pop a little bit of water in here, grab some from here, same idea. We just kind of infinite water source it all the way down. And well, my general thought is we can, because of how water saturates, the less space we use with water, the better. You know, so that means we can get more done without needing to stretch super far. But obviously they need to grow either side, so I'm thinking we plant here instead. And then, if we were to go all the way along, we can say have melons here and set up a similar thing for pumpkins there. And also doubles up on the space, which is just nice, isn't it? So we'll go with melon seeds because we easily can get the most of them. But if we were to remove you but adapt you to be like there, and then plant these. How many slots does this generate? So we started with 31. Whatever we have left, do with the math. Okay, so we're getting close. 31, that's 28, which means that's 14 long? Yeah, so we could make this one more longer, and unfortunately for us, we've got a bit of dirt on us. So if we were to just maybe do a bit of this, again, just bulk it out a tiny bit more, but pop you down one more slot. And I think 30 is a nice, round, smooth number to when things are more. We'll chuck you into the best. But no, I think if I was to just level this out here, just on account of make it nice and even, pop you there. Sure, this works for me. So on a similar vein, we just need stuff for pumpkins here, and we're pretty much set. We just need to figure out how we're dealing with this tree here. But again, if we were to just do everything else which isn't in the way, actually, I think that tree is obstructing us in just the right way to where you know, I'll plant all these just to be sure. I think this is obstructing it in just the perfect manner as to where. Oh, did I miss one? Or am I going blind? Or nah, okay. So I swear. It's meant to use 30, yeah, no, so we should be too short. It's like, oh, actually, no. Stand corrected. Again, I didn't till as much as I was anticipating there, but also I'll put a few more torches around the edge just because now we're going to be in here readily. It's like, we may as well. Oh, I have a wonderful idea. In case you don't know, I don't like randomly leaving stripped logs like that, but you know what I do like? A bit of this, bit of Frankenstein action. And we'll turn you into planks. Why not? Never know when you manage some quick plank action. And again, if we were to till these, we just need 2 more seeds. I'm sure we can go about getting them just fine. But then they can grow under here, and it's like, we can walk down the middle and what have it. It's just a bit of a cutaway, isn't it? It's not the most invasive thing in the world. So yeah, I think we go procure some pumpkin seeds. Definitely a decent, fun, good start to the episode. Although bone meal is definitely on the agenda. The sooner I can get that up and running, the better, because honestly, just being able to buy villagers some stuff readily with emeralds is nice, and that is a surefire way to get it. Like, not even silk touch axe, but just generally turning up there with my axe going like, even for the XP gain from getting villagers, we'd be insane, you know? So definitely a vested interest to make sure that place gets bone mealed. Fortunately, we have a mob grinder. So I think for the time being, we'll throw you in a redstone mask, at least one of you. Do we have anything in mob? Oh, well, I mean, that saves me a trip. So if we were to do that, I mean, it's a bit excessive, I'll be honest, but it means it's all fully grown. So we bone meal that, we come back later in the episode. Chances are, if that bit of it has grown, and that's like sort of few emeralds, we could expand. I mean, that's just like a basic proof of concept of I want a bit of a better farm. There's the farm, you know. We could expand if needs be, but I'm thinking keep it quaint for now, you know. That it adds to the atmosphere slightly, you know. I think maybe doing a bit something maybe with dirt would definitely be on the cards at some point. But as it stands, I don't particularly mind this. Again, it gives us more space to work with when we come to fully decorating the place. But I think, because I was thinking, you know, maybe we could go about doing the decoration, but I decided against it on pure account of if I want to build a farm, I may as well know what I'm accounting for, if that makes sense. No. Okay, I knew this guy. I'm going to take these out of my inventory. Not inventory, just offhand on pure account of I know what's going to happen. Well, I don't, but you know, it's like I have a hunch, and oh god, I forget how much of a pain it is to do these stalks. Although maybe I wasn't going overkill on the bone meal after all, because these guys are eating it like no tomorrow. Like 3 each. Yeah, no, I think actually I may have made the right call here, which rare. But, I needed more pumpkin seeds. I'm an idiot. We'll sort that. Okay, yeah. So it seems like both sides actually have some sort of obstruction that we need to work with, but nothing I'm sure we can't be able to handle. And yeah, look at us go. I may make a chest just to store produce in, actually. Just like a quick thing. We do have a... Should we just the forms? Yeah, just make a little crafting bench and a chest. And it is starting to turn to night time. God, look at us. We're farmer man. Is there any else? I think this place is well lit enough. I'm just going to very quickly put you pop you there. I think this place is well lit enough to where I shouldn't have to worry about monsters. But I want to be 100% sure in that assessment, because I don't want to get caught on the jump. Because replanting and bone mealing this will be a nightmare. So you know, kind of the more I can abstain from having that happen, the better. Oh, it happened. Nope. Especially you. No. Free red dye, I suppose. But I didn't actually anticipate that's happened. No, I probably can't. Okay, maybe. You know, initially I thought this was overkill. No, I'm starting to think that maybe the 3 stacks of bone meal is a necessity. Or at the very least, you know, we're going to get more use out of it than I was initially intending. It's like, yeah, no, it just seems I can't play this game to save my life. Seems that. And there's always extra for later, which is always, you know, always nice, isn't it? So yeah, we need 2 more pumpkin seeds. Don't even need to venture back. Don't even... There we go. Don't even need to venture back. You and you use the last bit of bone meal we need for today. Throw you out because... Nope, they'll keep you. Throw the seeds out. And then I'm thinking we just make a tiny little thing here. It's a little arrangement. Add some character. Use the planks. It all comes full circle now, doesn't it? Just have a little thing here. It's like, do maybe a bit of this. We could just be recyclable. Then a bit more of that. Get a chest. Pop it down like, I don't know, like here? Yeah, you know what, sure that works. Again, it's like all these little things, like they'll slowly become an aesthetic, I'm sure of it. But yeah, if we just leave these guys to grow and we come back and harvest it later, won't even take that long, but I have a feeling, like a guttural feeling, that's going to pay off. So yeah, first off the episode, we've already been pretty productive. That, I have a feeling it's going to be a good mini raker. Even if it's like small phase, we could like extend that if we really wanted to go leveling some forest, but for like a little clearing and the minimal effort we've kind of had to pay it, I'll take it. Now, sun's going down, so we'll sleep. But we're not done with there yet, because it's bothering me that there are no fences on that. So we'll put the fences on, and then I think we'll try write down some more stuff for our board. Hello cat. Actually, we have enough wood on us, but I want to sleep anyway, because the last thing I want to do is be trying to finick around with those fences and have something get the drop on me, And it should be you in the middle planks here. Yeah, so it's the more expensive one if I remember correctly. I think 18 could work, but I want to be a tad bit more sure, so we'll do a bit of this, bit of that, you, and yeah, I think 24 should be enough. Actually, before I forget, sure, you can go and Misk, and you can just go to the villagers. So beetroot is not something I particularly intend to hold on to much of. I'll pop you back on there, though, pop you here. I should probably stop eating melons, given I can use them for, significantly higher profits, but, I enjoy it. We'll finish this stack, and then I'll disavow eating melons actively. Actually, while we're here, is there how many did I say I wanted to fill out? Was it just for this episode? I don't know. I'll start bearing that in mind, what we could do. I don't know. I haven't really been paying much thought. I was mostly busy getting my computer up and running. God knows Vegas has been a nightmare to get to install and work right. I don't know. I'll have to start bearing that in the back of my mind, because I definitely want to do something, like End Dragons there. I don't want to put a Lytra. I know one of you's probably saying, I don't want a Lytra. I may want a Shulker. Like, a Shulker would be a nice stretch goal, because I don't think we got one last series, if I could be wrong. Like, I think Shulker maybe good shout. I don't want to do anything that's like particularly making me OP, but I think a Shulker would definitely be one for them. We'll think about it. We'll do these like kind of passively in the back of my head, and we'll think on it out loud. So first one's out. I think Shulker's definitely on the card, so I think that'd be nice. Other things we could do though. I mean, we could have a doorbell. Like, it's not going to be multiplayer, but it's just something when I come home I can press it occasionally, get to listen to a song that's under the floorboards. I think something like that is definitely doable. Not only doable, but it's a nice, what would be the word? Morale raiser? Maybe? These are on diagonal axes, so we can't easily get these guys to work, can we? I think, what was the way I said I would do this last time, was it? That works, actually. If we were to... Okay, given I had a lot of doubt in how we were going to handle this is actually going quite well. Although main thing I have doubt about now is, okay, I need to make this consistent. So it was out one, then up. Or in this case, out one, then down. Yeah, so it's always, we're not going to have it encroaching on space. Okay. I'm trying to make sure the design theme here is like a bit more consistent. Well, no, I do want it to be consistent, but I just want to make sure that I can't, like, I want them spotting imperfections later on. So does that work? I assume that works. Like, yeah, it works enough, It's like, it's fulfilling a role, and that's what matters, isn't it? We only need a bit more. We need maybe one, which I think we need like one more batch of 3, and we're good. Oh my god. Okay, I've been gone like 2 minutes, and these guys are already seemingly making themselves at home. Again, not that I'm complaining. But we do a bit quick of this, and we'll treat ourselves to a bit of an impromptu harvest. We're still coming back later to harvest this, mind you, but for what it's worth right now, I gotta make sure I actually pick up the stuff. Ugh, damn stuff hasn't despawned, I'm gonna have to throw it out again, aren't I? Yeah, we gotta harvest these. What's the downside? Gives them a chance to grow again. And also, like, again, the amount of pumpkins we're harvesting here, it's like, it doesn't seem like much, but compared to the previous farm we had at home for a long time, that is quite a decent haul. And I think we'll actually throw stuff in here for now. We'll keep it on hand. Definitely could go with harvesting this at some point, but it's like pumpkins and melons are the main one for this main event for this one. I do hope that we can finish this with a clean 3 though, because that would be nice. So I would do a bit of you, do a bit of you, do a bit of you, and would you look at that? I'm gonna get a different angle from this. It doesn't look too bad actually. It really doesn't, which is surprising because again my faith in building a bridge was like 0. So the fact that that looks good at all is kind of a miracle. Only thing I could think of adding would be potentially extending these down once they grip the side. Even still, I kind of like how that looks. Although, okay, speaking of how things look, we're not going off to harvest it. I just want to get some screenshots of Le Melange farm. So there we go, and wait for it to snap. Bap, I think that's that. Oh my god, it doesn't lag when pressing F2. Ooh, oh, that feels weird. We didn't even think out loud, did we? We just got completely sidetracked. Okay, all right, we need to think then. We need to think for stuff for the board. Yeah, we'll do 4. We'll try and get 4 on every episode. I just think like saying random stuff would be nice. It can be like specific rooms and stuff. Anything that we can particularly do, I think, would be quite a nice thing. But again, a lot of the big stuff we got out of the way last time. So this is the smaller stuff, you know. I don't know what would be. Like we'll say Shulker. Shulker's like an easy cross it off list. Is there anything around here that will like remind me of something that I want to do or inspire me in a way? I don't know. To be fair, doing up this room may be a priority. Okay, so improved villager standard of living. Yeah, okay, I'll type these out. So we'll do villager living, Shulker, and then I can refer back to them in a hot minute. Anything out here that's screaming to me saying, this is what you need? Not particularly. Maybe even more extensive animal farm, and that's like out of push. You know, it's like, what do I need it for? I've got all the steak I need in the world, realistically, plus wool. I know it'd be an extension of a monorail and kind of be a bit of a cheap way out, but having quick access to the mine would be helpful instead of the, you know, the butter. Okay, so we'll do quick mine access, but we'll come back on to that what that means. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're near the lake, so something in the water could be cool. You know, yeah, we'll do maybe an underwater room. Maybe an underwater aspect to this lake. Oh, now that would be cool. Okay, well, I'm surprised at how like efficient getting that those inspirations down were, but sure. So for the board today, we've got a no, that's a Shulker. We've got underwater room. We have. Should we say? We'll say mine. We'll say mine rail / water cop. I can't. I don't know what to call it. Mine access fast. I think that's a easy way to say it. And of course, last but not least, villager room deck. Yeah, sure, villager room deck works. Okay, so we're slowly adding to things. Like, and we crossed off one thing. We crossed off the melon farm, and yet we've got 4 more. Like, I don't think we're gonna have trouble ending this episode, not episode series anytime soon. I need water. I've just clocked that, and my paranoia spiked. It's like no. I think I do quite like holding on to water. It's helpful to not die in the brief event I'm above ground. That said, I am entirely onto you. I did say I'd remove you at the beginning of the episode, just 'cause I think it obstructs the view a bit. We planted it for the bookshelves, but I think definitely having it over there, just chill. It's fine with that over here. It just looks a bit clearer, doesn't it? You know, you can actually see the shoreline. Although, speaking of things I can see that some stuff's due to be harvested. Like again, it's like a micro farm. It'll make a bit of progress, but the big one's what we're looking for. So I think we'll drop off some stuff in our chests, and then one more harvest and we see how many emeralds we can yield. Sounds like a plan. I hope it does. So first things first, anything extra in here? Okay, there's a tiny bit in here, and we're just gonna toss you on account of I can. And then I think, barring anything else, time to go harvest farm, craft melons into blocks, see how much we get. Like, we could automate a wheat farm in theory. I kind of like I don't say meniality, but like the proactiveness it takes to go and maintain melon and pumpkins. And then, okay, now I start climbing. We have an official bridge here. It's like, yeah, first walk over this bridge, not all too bad. Still need to do something about the rest of the way though, because walking over the bridge does put us in a bit of an easier, we're gonna make this a bit more worth our while, but we'll find a way. That said, we'll harvest you guys first, because I know Okay, it's like, again, the pickup sound in Minecraft, you don't appreciate it, but like, when it doesn't go off, it feels weird, and that's what clues you into the fact maybe you just haven't picked something up. But we'll do these, craft them into a melon, and if anything else grows in that time, so be it. And yeah, not the massivest hole in the world, but so we've got 20 of these guys, then pop you, oh god, we got a fair few. I think, yeah, this isn't going to total 9 unless another one wishes to spawn in. Yeah, wishful thinking. So 15 melon blocks and 20 pumpkins. It's not going to be major, is it? Unless leave beetroot because, I mean, do we just do a big harvest and see how much we get? I mean, it wouldn't be the stupidest thing in the world. It's a farming-centric episode, so it's like, you know, who's to stop us? It's like, who's going to stop me? Myself? I'm the only person on this world. Cue me seeing someone in the distance and this turning into a horror series. God, could you? Okay, to be fair, that is actually a smart series idea. I'm going to discuss that. So back in the old days, I'm sure some of you probably know of a Herobrine sighting YouTuber. Like his channel's mostly of Herobrine sightings, but it was called the One Came Josh. And he had like a bunch of videos citing Herobrine. He's where the like Hjalp thing originated from, I believe. And ooh, I think it's you. It's Planet Carrot, let's be sure. But no, it was a One King Josh. He made a lot of I wouldn't say iconic Herobrine videos, but later in the thing, like you definitely may have heard his name if you were on YouTube looking for that stuff at the time. But what he did, it was kind of a short series, but it was like a series where he acted like it was just normal Let's Play. And I think the final episode, it got interrupted by Herobrine or one of the other things he'd made to kind of fill out his little, I wouldn't say it was full on ARG, but you know, spooky cinematic universe. And like part of me always found that kind of interesting, that like, because that series in concept was only like 4 episodes long. Like it served to be, oh, it's a series, but oh no, it's been corrupted and destroyed by whatever it was in the end. But part of me got thinking, you know, when I mentioned it, it kind of triggered a memory. But it's like, what if somebody did that, but it wasn't just 4 episodes? What? Because that series clearly existed to serve a purpose, and it was just to have the spit air at the end. You know, it's like, it was a cool concept, but what if you spread it out over a longer period of time? What if, unironically, there was a series, and the entire time you were sewing stuff out, but the person commentating it never clocked it until, like, I don't know, episode, like, now, for example, imagine if this entire series, I'd been hiding scary, oh, get you, like, I'd been hiding scary stuff in the background, and only at, like, episode 30, 35, did I start to realise, and then it started to shift, and even then things continue, and it's like, I think that'd be cool. Like, you know, instead of, like, kind of the blaster being ripped off, it's like, you go back and look for all the things, and it's like, oh, spooky stuff. Oh, yeah, stuff you can easily explain away. Like, I think as a concept, that's quite strong. Of course, I've said it on this channel now, so it'll likely never happen, but I think that is an idea with someone who's definitely got, like, the creative, I won't say control, but, like, creative prowess to pull it off. I think it'd be quite interesting. Like, I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on that idea. Like, obviously, I would not be able to pull it off. Like, I've got coined the idea. If I start a random Minecraft series and you see anything off in the distance, you guys will go clock me immediately. But it's like, I know somebody else pulling that off. You know, it's like, it's out there. It's an idea. Like, I don't know, I just think that'd be cool, you know? It's like, instead of being, oh yeah, episode 1 of this series, he loads into the world and Herobrine's in the distance, and episode 2, everything hits the fan. It's like, no. Episode 22 is where things kick off. It's like, I don't know, maybe the length of it turns some people away, but I think the idea of, oh, we're 30 episodes in, you've been hiding this in the background, but only now it's at the foreground, I vibe with the idea of. I think that sentence makes sense. Are you all asleep? I think they're all asleep. I'll just nab a little bit extra. They increase our chances. Oh, potatoes! That's what we needed to. Well, we don't really need a big farm for potatoes, but it is what it is. But we'll sleep. Okay, we can't. I was gonna say, if I have to like awkwardly wait for it to sleep before I can go sell for those guys, it'd be weird. But yeah, I just think it'd be a cool concept. And it won't be for everyone. I know not everyone on this channel will be a horror fan, but I think for people looking like that, it'd be cool. But also, I can imagine that the people who watch that series purely because it was maybe a good Minecraft series, they get kind of annoyed when they realise it was a fucking what all along. But at the same time, I get it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I don't know. I'm weird like that. I acknowledge the fact I am a bit off the wall, you know. But look at us go. We are actually making a decent profit for what we're going through here. And then carrots. Are somebody else's carrots, isn't he? Yeah, there you are. There you are, carrot man. You do accept carrots, don't you? Am I disabled? Don't answer that. Ooh, although, because we've got discounted rates, get a tiny bit extra out of our thing. Still a bit short, but I really thought one of you would buy carrots. Bizarro people, but 14 things. Oh yeah, and we'll deposit all this stuff for now. We'll come back another day. But I very much like those 14 emeralds. Like, we can buy a fair bit with that. So I'd say, for what we put in, this episode's been a success. And we even went on, like, honestly, we were really productive this time. But all productivity must come to an end, and this is mine, because it's 11:15 in the evening. So if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll help us out a bunch. It lets me know you want to see more of this, and all that good stuff. But until next time, all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.